Well, with access to the White House cut off, advocates for Israel were anxious about the future of a Jewish state until a connection and a phone call opened the last door.
Weitzman confided his fears to American Zionist Dewey Stone, who then told his friend Frank Goldman. The two were attending a dinner for a Jewish organization in Boston.
I just spent the day with Chaim Weitzman. He thinks that he can convince Truman to turn around on petition, but he can't get into the White House. Truman is shutting everyone out.
I think I can help.
Goldman had just met Harry Truman's old friend and business partner, Eddie Jacobson, one of the few people with an open door to the Oval Office. They decided to telephone Jacobson in Missouri right away, but neither of them had any coins. So they had to go from guest to guest until they had scraped up enough change to make the long-distance call.
Eddie? It's Frank Goldman. I have a favor to ask you.
Jacobson came east on the next train and called Truman immediately. Truman agreed to see him on one condition: there would be no talk of Palestine.
Eddie, you son of a gun. You promised you wouldn't say a word.
Mr. President, I didn't say a word. But I think of all those homeless Jews, homeless for thousands of years. And then I think of Dr. Weitzman. I can't help it. He spent his entire life working for a homeland for the Jews, and now he's old and he's sick. He just wants to see.
That's enough. Now that's the last word. That's all they want to talk about.
We talked about this and that, but
Just too much going on.
every once in a while a big tear would roll down his cheek.
Eddie, you bald-headed son of a gun. I ought to have you thrown right out of here. You knew perfectly well that I couldn't stand to see you cry.
Mr. President, thank you.
After he was gone, I picked up the phone and called the State Department. I told them I was going to see Weitzman. And well, you should have heard the carrying on.
And what we also have to remember is that there are very powerful forces saying don't do it. And especially in the State Department, but also at this time in the Department of Defense, the leaders and also the main bureaucrats are saying don't do it. And Harry Truman, to his credit, despite tremendous pressure from both sides, makes the decision based on what Harry Truman believes.
The clock was ticking, and Chaim Weitzman had just one chance to change Truman's mind.
He was great in a face-to-face talk. He could say the right thing at the right time. He could tell you really what you want to hear. The basic things, the advisor looked in his eyes and said, well, historically, nobody will remember you if you reject the Zionist or the state for the Jews. If you support it, you will be remembered. This is Chaim Weitzman.